Thanks for tuning in. Today we're going to be reviewing the Priority Coast Beach Cruiser. If you're looking for a fun recreational bike that doesn't take itself too seriously, then the Beach Cruiser is a great option. The Priority Coast is a modern take on a beach cruiser that combines all the classical elements such as the long wheelbase and sleek design with an aluminum frame and carbon gate belt. Priority offers this bike in two variations. You can get the single speed option, which is $599, or the $679 3-speed that we're showing here. Again, they have an aluminum frame, which is really nice to see at this price point, and a Gates carbon drive, so no maintenance required, and you don't have to worry about rust over time. With the 3-speed option, you get a Shimano Nexus 3-speed internal hub. Again, very low maintenance and easy to use, as well as the double kickstand, as you can see on the bottom of the bike, which holds it steady. Our bike comes in at 28 pounds, and these are offered as a one size fits most. So if you're at the extreme height ends, this might not work for you, but this should work for about 90% of the population. As far as what comes with the bike, you get all the components to obviously put it together, as well as a little bottle of touch-up paint. Assembling is quite easy. You don't need to be a bike mechanic. You want to just slide the handlebars in, put the seat post with the quick release lever into the slot, tighten it down, and then put the seat on there. You just want to slide that over the rails and then tighten it down. There's a lot of protective coverings on here, and that probably takes more time to take off than actually assembling the bike, as there's a lot of zip ties and tape. So there's really well protected on the fenders and all the components that would kind of rub against each other. So the rear part is pretty much assembled. You just have to use the bolt to tie down the fender. So really easy to do with the Allen key. You also have to set up the front wheel. So you slide it on and then slide the fender over. And again, tie in the two supports and then attach the rear to the back of the front brake and then put the bolt through it. So again, really straightforward. And once you have it assembled, you don't have to worry about it again. This is a color matched bike as well. So you can see white with that tan on the wheels and some of the other accessories. You do want to probably come back with a torque wrench to make sure everything's tightened, but initially just tighten everything down, at least hand tighten. And once you're done, you want to do a couple minor adjustments. You want to make sure that front brake is fully engaging on the rim, adjust the handlebar position before you tighten it, and set the seat height to a height that's appropriate to you. After that, you can enjoy the bike and start riding with it. The Priority Coast combines the classic elements you expect from a beach cruiser. That means a slack head tube and a slack seat tube, which gives you very reliable and comfortable handling. It also has that sleek long wheelbase and full fenders on the front and rear for that classic look. The handlebars, although they are a bit wide, that might be an issue for smaller riders, have color matched handle colors, as well as the grip shifter, which is really easy to use with the gear indicator, which really helps you get up hills and then go down them at reasonable speeds. The star of the bike though is the drivetrain. So you get that Gates carbon belt so that won't rust, doesn't require grease, with a 3-speed hub in the rear. And again, combining the belt drive with the 3-speed makes it really easy to ride. You also have a coaster brake, so when you pedal backwards, it will slow down, and you can augment that with the front brake. The frame has a sleek look too. You can see you have all the setups for the fenders as well as that swoopy design, and big comfortable springs on that seat, which makes it great to ride on rougher terrain or potholes. On the front, you can see the welding of the aluminum frame. So that's what helps the bike maintain that 28 pounds instead of a steel bike, which would be much heavier, and a classical quill stem that really lets you easily adjust up and down. So overall, really sleek look overall, and a nice rim brake on the front for security. Now let's take a look at the Priority Coast on the coast. Being a long wheelbase cruiser, it's very comfortable and has an upright position to it. So you can see you're really sitting up upright, and that's great for recreational riding. So if you have errands around town or just want to explore trails, it's a great option. This is not something I would do longer commutes on though, as it is a little bit heavier and not that efficient. Otherwise, a really fun, non-serious bike. And the combination of that Gates belt and the Nexus drivetrain in the rear means you don't have any maintenance. It's really quiet. And with those 3 speeds, you actually have enough gears to go up moderate hills and then bomb down them on the other side. The main complaint we have is the handlebars are quite wide, so if you're a smaller rider, this might not be comfortable, but otherwise you get that nice lazy handling that you expect with the cruiser. And at 28 pounds, this is something you can actually carry, unlike the steel versions of this. Also, with those wide tires and the comfy seat, you can actually take this off to the road like a beach, as we can see here. Now let's go over the scorecard for the Priority Coast. We're going to grade it on 4 different categories: design, components, handling, and value. For design, we'd give it an A. It has those classic sleek lines you expect with a cruiser, and the almost motorcycle-like handlebars. Components also an A. Combines a lot of classical elements like a quill stem and rim front brake, with the more modern pieces like the Gates carbon belt, as well as the Nexus 3-speed internal hub. So really low maintenance and gives you a lot of flexibility. Handling wise, also an A. It's very supple and smooth. It's not super responsive because of the more upright position, but something that's really fun to ride. And for value, we'd give it an A. It's a low maintenance, fun bike at a very affordable price. Thanks for watching this review. Don't forget to like and subscribe. You can see more content from us on our website at thesweetcyclist.com, as well as follow us on Instagram at thesweetcyclist. This is The Sweet Cyclist reminding you, enjoy the ride.